I'm Jared Ribble. Welcome to 745 Recording Studio. And today we've got a very special guest. We have Danny Young in the studio with us today. What's so cool about Danny, you may not know this, but he is a hot Broadway drummer. And by Broadway, I'm not talking about the boring old stuff. I'm talking about Green Day, American Idiot. I'm talking about Queen, We Will Rock You, right?
Yeah.
I mean, serious, big time stuff. Danny, tell us who you're endorsing right now.
I currently have endorsements with a company called Treehouse Custom Drums, small little boutique shop,
Sure,
I guess,
sure.
out of Topeka, Kansas. Soul-Tone cymbals, Vic Firth drumsticks, Humes and Berg drum cases, and just signed recently with Drum Tax.
Awesome, very cool. Well, you notice the Ludwig kits. I'm a Ludwig artist. I play ProMark sticks and I play Evans drum heads. So we're gonna have a Vic Firth ProMark kind of thing going on here. So I'm gonna get on one kit, Danny's gonna get on another kit, and we're gonna throw down. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
That was amazing. Man, you made me work my tail off. My goodness. You are an extraordinary drummer. I can see why you're one of the hot Broadway guys right now. My goodness, that was awesome. Now, Danny and I have a friendly rivalry going. Okay, we're curious. We want to know who you think won that round of Throwdown. Yeah, hey, you know, maybe me. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll let the people decide.
We'll let the people decide. Here's how you decide. We need you to comment in the thread and just say, do you think Danny won? Do you think Jared won? It's that easy. In 2 weeks after we post this video, we're gonna randomly choose a winner. And we're gonna send an autographed drumstick from this exact performance, one from Danny and one from Jared. So go in the comment section, let us know who you think won, and we'll announce the winner in 2 weeks after it posts, okay? Tell the audience how they can find out more about
you can go to my website, www.dannyplaysdrums.com. Fairly obvious.
Man, that's awesome. Thanks for joining us. We'll have you back.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. We're gonna have you back. This was a lot of fun.
It's fine. I'm gonna win this round.
Yeah, I got you. That's awesome. Catch you guys later.
See you.
I hope you enjoyed that video. My wife and I have traveled all over the world visiting orphanages. Some orphanages are great, others, maybe not so much. We recently went to Eastern Europe to visit a girl that we had hosted in our home. I remember walking through the rusted steel gates of the orphanage, the dilapidated playground equipment off to the right, and it wasn't very long before the kids started coming up to us and asking, "Are you here for me?" We continued on into the orphanage, went upstairs, and something was rather strange. Some of the kids were looking off in the distance with confused looks on their faces, dazed, kind of staring off into space. The little girl that we knew, she barely even recognized us. Something was not right. We did some investigation, kind of pressed the issue. The orphanage director finally conceded to us that he allows the workers to sedate the children, to drug the children. It's just easier that way, he says. Now, in a village nearby, there's another orphanage. They have a shed out back. City officials, police officers, well, they're allowed to come pick out a child at the orphanage, take that child to the shed. Well, let's just say, when a child comes up to you and says, "Are you here for me?" sometimes it's more out of desperation than it is from hope. Now, please understand that not all orphanages are bad. We work with one on an island off the coast of Venezuela where they love and care for those kids deeply. But there's one thing that is universal in all orphanages, good or bad. The kids come up to you and they ask, "Are you here for me?" Now, I was surprised to learn that at these orphanages, the kids are not there because the families didn't love them. They're there because the families could not afford to properly feed and clothe them. Poverty is sending kids to the orphanage. The good news is that there's an organization called Holt International who over the last 50 years have become experts at finding and identifying the children who are at risk of poverty, separating them from their families. Holt International has set up a child sponsorship program that is proven an effective way to eradicate the poverty that comes between a child and their family. Sponsoring a child through Holt International is only $30 a month, and Holt will make sure that that child you are sponsoring is properly fed, clothed, and educated. For about $1 a day, that's a quarter the cost of a Starbucks Frappuccino, you can keep a child from ever being sent to live in an orphanage. I'd like to introduce you to little Namuna. She lives in Mongolia with her mom and 4 other siblings. We don't know where dad is, but we do know that her mom works very, very hard as an assistant cook. The problem is there's a little too much month left over at the end of the money. This is exactly the child that I've been describing. The question is, would you step up and sponsor Namuna or any of the other thousands of kids who are in need? If you do, I'd like to say thank you in a very, very special way. This is Jaimee Paul's My Favorite Things album. I drummed on this album, and every time one of these albums sells, a small portion of that comes back to me so that way I can pay my bills and feed my family. You sponsoring a child through Holt International means so much to me that I want to give you one of these albums absolutely free as a way to say thank you. It's very simple. All you need to do is go to my website, jaredribble.com, send me a message through the website and tell me that you want to sponsor Namuna or any one of the other thousands of kids that are in need. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me and Holt International, and together we can keep kids from ever having to ask, "Are you here for me?"